And we are going to do just a few minutes of practice, not even 10 probably today. So I am sitting on my heels. If it's for the first one, if it's not your cup of tea, just sit in a cross-legged position, okay? So you're sitting like that, and that's perfectly fine. So, I don't know who else joined us, but welcome. So sitting in a comfortable position, inhale, reach the arms over the head, circle them down behind you, and open the chest, lift slightly the chin up. Exhale, circle the arms to the front, place your hands down and fold forward. Inhale, reaching up, reaching, opening. And exhale, releasing it forward. Inhale, opening. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale. Come up to a seat. Reach the arms over the head. Inhale. Interlace your fingers and turn your palms up towards the ceiling. Reach through your arms, your shoulders, and very gently reach over to one side. Coming back to center, shoulders relaxed, and to the other side. And back to neutral. Lower your hands down, come to all four position. Press your index and middle fingers to the floor, elongate through your spine, round your spine, and take your hips back over your heels. Then come forward, put more weight into your hands as you lift your chin and chest forward. Round your spine, tailbone moves down, back is open, tuck your chin, move forward, lift your chest and chin, and round, and move forward, and back to neutral. From neutral, please turn towards the left hip, and back to center, towards the right hip, back to center. Adjust your hands if you need to. Left hip, center, right hip, and center. One more time. I like to exhale as I curve, and inhale as I come back to center. Reach the right arm up, circle gently back, place the hands down, shift to the other side, circle, and place the hand down. Right. Let's sit down. I like to cross my legs and sit back and extend the legs out to the sides. Okay, I turn towards you guys. Bend your right knee, extend your left knee out to the side. Sit up tall, extend through your heel, lift your right arm up and stretch over the left side. And now we are coming back and moving over again just a tiny bit. These are tiny movements. And then we find a place where we can hang out and stretch a little deeper. Feel free to move your head. And reaching back up, turning towards the leg, placing the hands down and grounding the spine. Reaching up into a twist. Breathe. And then coming back to center. So from here, maybe you have to adjust the right leg, lifting the left hip and thigh off, moving towards the right and moving back to center. So it's a somewhat tricky movement, and we're just interested in creating some loosen sensation in the top of the thigh. Keep reaching through your spine as you move your hip forward and take it back. One more time. And going back. Let's switch to the other side. Push myself away. Sitting up tall. Placing the right hand down, lifting the left arm up and reaching over. Coming back to neutral. Reaching over. Soften, Soften the movements. Keep the sit bones on the floor. Find your breath. Extend through the arm, through the leg. Breathe. And please come back slowly up. Turn towards the leg. First, we release the head down. And maybe the shoulders a little bit. Breathe into the sensation. Pain is not a good sensation, but discomfort is kind of comes with the territory of releasing. Oh, by the way, you won't believe it. Today's card, guys, what I pull a card every morning. It's a release. I don't know, maybe the sixth time since I started this 28-day challenge that the card says release. Please tell me that it's not only me who needs release, but some of you. So I'm just sending it out there. Please come back up. Extend through your spine. Reach, breathe. And center. Maybe release this foot a little bit forward. Always flex your foot if you need it for your knee. So often we do. And move your right hip front and back. So it's moving towards the left and coming back to the right. Okay? Sitting up tall. And if you cannot move at all, you always can bend your knee. I didn't say that, but it's obvious. You can do this one more time. And from here, please bend both knees. Place the soles of the feet together a little bit further away from you. And tilt forward so the hip moves forward. Placing the hands down wherever the posture, the depth of the forward fold for you requires it. Okay? And release the head down at the end. So here we curve the spine, relax the face, relax the chin, and we breathe. Push your hands into the floor or legs, wherever you're at. Come back up to a seat. Stretch your legs out to the front. Move your toes, move your feet. Circle them. And gently place the hands behind you. Separate your legs mat width apart or a little bit further apart than your shoulders. And move your hips and knees from one side to the other. So let's get ready for our 19 minutes meditation. So please prepare yourself, which means clothes and a comfortable seat. Sitting up somewhere and covering the shoulders. It's often a good idea. So I repeat it again, what Eric Schiffman very wisely stated, that takes probably the longest time to find and settle into the seat. Like he says, maybe like Jello. It feels that the floor receives us. We don't go against the floor. We don't tense up because I have to. You don't have to. You just find a seat that is good for you today. So find it, please. Anytime, if you need to move out of the seat, you do that. Not for the first slightest discomfort, probably, but if it's becoming like tingly and numb and there is no circulation in the legs, then please respond to that. I don't know who else is here with me, but good morning or good afternoon. And let's get started. So sit up tall. Place your hands in front of you. One hand comes into the other, palms facing up and thumbs gently touch. And place it down on your lap. Sit up tall. The final adjustments for the sit bones. And we understand that this is a gift, what we give ourselves to take that much time off our day. And we are in a community as we sit together. That is self-care. So let's look around as we start. And for those of you who have been with me for almost 3 weeks, we have been starting with this. So the idea is that you look around and you name everything what you see around yourself. No opinion about them, if you can. It's just lamp, computer, heater, light, whatever it is. And just keep naming them. Being objective. And notice when you just move towards, yes, but this heater is not in the right place, or whatever it is. And then pull back for a moment and say, okay, blanket, mug, floor, and breathe. And that helps to regulate the nervous system. And the other big tool that we have is the breath. So come back to center, close your eyes or gently lower your eyelids. Find your breath. Just say hello to one breath. You're going to come back to it. And as our resources, we come to the senses. We tap in with our feeling of touch, which means that anything that we feel on our skin, the cold and the heat, the clothes, the floor underneath us, everything. And very objectively, we state cold, heat, heavy. The breath is gently flowing in the background. And then we come to the noises around us, the sounds from far and near. And just like we did before, we welcome them. And notice how you shift when you don't necessarily label something either good or bad. It's just what it is. Then we come to the smell. And the smell is whatever it is. And there is a difference between the right and the left nostril, probably. Or maybe it's even. And you notice how the cold air comes through the nostrils and the warmer air relieves itself through the nostrils. And then we come to the eyesight, which is very limited if your eyes are closed, but with that limitation, something much greater will open itself up for us. So just calm yourself with that darkness that you experience behind your closed eyelids. And almost imagining that it helps to relax the brain, the nervous system, everything. It's like when we arrive to the end of the day to a comfortable bed and we lie down and we feel like, ah, it's so nice. And then come to the taste. Swallow if you need to. And what was the last thing that you ate, or maybe brush your teeth? What is the taste in your mouth? So, as a reference point, it took us a little bit over 5 minutes to get to this point. And then we invite ourselves again to say hello to the breath. And if your breathing gives you a hard time, if you have a condition or an experience, and breath is not something that you are ready to work with yet, then stay with the sensation that was the most comfortable, the most welcoming for you. And at any time, if you feel triggered, you can always open your eyes and go back to the feeling of touch. So we breathe. And I'm going to be quiet for just a minute or so, and I would like you to experience your breath as is today. And see how far you are ready to go into observing the inhale and the exhale as is. It's just one breath. Then we notice if we tense up anything to observe the breath a little more and relax those parts of the body. So this breath is going to accompany us throughout our meditation, and it's always going to be a calming tool to come back to. The rhythm of it, the flow of it. Also, it's a very simple technique to state. When you inhale, you say, that's my inhale, silently. And when you exhale, this is exhale. Or just in and out. And we reconnect with our heart center. It might be your physical heart, your heart chakra, the center of the chest, just above the stomach, just around the navel center. Allow your intuition to tell you, when I say focus on your heart center, where do you go first? That's where you rest your awareness. And that little light, that powerful little light, starts to brighten up everything around itself. You see it in the center of your heart, and it just gets larger and larger. It brightens up the whole body, that beautiful and extremely powerful and intelligent system that we call our physical body. Then it moves beyond our physical body and it lightens up everything around us. And you feel safe here. You feel that you are in a bubble. Where you can rest, where you can fill yourself up with energy. Then we also feel the heat of that little light. And that heat warms us up to be able to love more. Express love. Love which is not necessarily the romantic love that I'm talking about. But love when we, for maybe just a brief moment, we can accept each other as we are. We can see not what we dislike, but rather what we actually like or how we can help each other. I am aware that some of you who are sitting with me today are going through very, very difficult times. And it's maybe not accessible for you today. Then just rest here with the breath and know that around the world there are millions and millions of beings sending love to those who are suffering. We are going to start our silent seat. 7 minutes. Place your hands together at your heart. Gently bow them forward. And we take a moment to express our gratitude towards everything that we have. Name those beings, things, circumstances that come to your heart at this moment. And then we thank our teachers and loved ones and ancestors who have brought us to this moment in life, and all the wisdom, care, love that they give us. And we use our love, the power of our love, to express it to those who are suffering through the metta prayer. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be content. May I see the truth. May I speak the truth. May I feel it. Thank you for your presence and practice.